Chapter 45. The Flame That Waits. The whisper followed her into sleep. "You came back." Soft, unrelenting, not in her ears, but somewhere deeper, behind the bones, under the skin. Decima tossed beneath the blankets, her brow damp, her fists clenched. The hollow's memory had clung to her, coiled like smoke that refused to rise. Then the fire lit. Just a flicker, a pulse from her chest, too fast for thought. Her blanket smoked. A spark danced across the wood-grain floor and flared orange. She gasped awake, breath sharp, heart pounding. Daniel was already beside her, hand pressed gently against her arm. "You're burning again," he said, low but steady. "I didn't mean to—" Her voice broke. "It just happened." He reached for her hand, but hesitated when he saw the faint shimmer just beneath her skin. Not red this time, not gold. Silver. They both saw it. Daniel didn't pull away, but he didn't move closer either. They sat in silence, watching the thin light pulse just under her skin. Then it faded, almost shyly, like it had shown too much. Then Daniel's hand lit. A shimmer started from the base of his palm, up his wrist, bright and cold. It wasn't fire as they knew it. It felt remembered. It wasn't hot. It was aware. And the hollow felt it. The ground beneath them creaked, a low, warning moan. Dust trembled from the beams. The air shifted, thick with static. The walls didn't shake. They tightened, as if something inside them had been woken. Decima pressed her hand to her chest. "I think it's waking up." Daniel nodded once. Or remembering. Bran arrived as the silver glow dimmed. He carried a worn book bound in scorched leather, and his face, usually unreadable, was tight with purpose. "I was hoping it wasn't true," he said. "But I felt the shift." He laid the book on the table. "This came from the Ember Vault. There's a section, written in hollow script. It doesn't tell a story. It warns." Daniel's brow furrowed. "About what?" Bran flipped to a marked page. The ink was charred, some of the symbols bleeding into ash. But one phrase had been circled, over and over. "The flame that waits." "It's not a prophecy," Bran said. "It's a seal. There's something beneath the hollow, buried in the roots, older than the council. Older than the hollow itself." Decima stared. "A being?" "A presence," Bran said. "It doesn't live. It remembers. A force that once nearly tore the forest apart, not with hate, but with hunger. And it was locked away. Only a soul touched by fire and memory could awaken it." Her skin crawled. "And you think it's me?" "I think it's waking because of you," Bran said carefully. "I think it sees you as a key." Decima stood, her hands shaking. "This isn't what I asked for." "No," Bran said, "but it's what you carry." There was a silence then, dense and crackling. Then Rosen appeared. She stood in the doorway, her nightgown twisted, her eyes far away. "She's been like this since midnight," came Alia's voice from behind. Walking in her sleep, muttering. Rosen moved forward, barefoot, until she stood before the book. She didn't look at Bran. She looked at Decima. "He called to me." Bran stiffened. "Who?" Rosen blinked. "The one beneath." She raised a hand and pointed. "Not toward the forest. Not toward the fire. He's under the altar. I saw him, burning without burning." Daniel stepped in front of her gently. "What did he say?" Rosen looked straight at Decima. "He said, 'You're the one who brought me back.'" The lights flickered, and the floor, just for a second, pulsed beneath their feet. Outside, the hollow held its breath.